Okay, YouTube is supposedly live now. Okay, this is what I... What is my title on my stream tonight, guys? I didn't put a good title on my Twitter stream last night. Not that that really matters. Nobody's watching it anyways. But I was like, hey, look, you gotta get with it a bit, dude. If you want people to like want to click on your stuff, then they're gonna need to. What I have this. Okay, we'll do this. Ah, what just happened? I know what happened. Okay, never mind that. Sorry, guys. We're new to this. We're new streamer. Brand new. All right. So there's the information. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Okay. Flip on Twitter. Okay. We're live on Twitter. So we have been live on Twitch for 8 minutes, live on YouTube for a minute, and live on Twitter for 10 seconds. Mentally, you're here to blast. Cool. We're here to blast. Thanks for the shout out. Huh? Do I not see shout outs or something? What the? What is wrong with my thing, dude? Oh, yeah, I see a shout out was given to Mentally. It doesn't show up. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. Linda, I ain't got time. I ain't got time. Anyways, how are you doing mentally? Hope you're doing well. I am trying to get my head straight here before we get going. I need to get music on. You guys don't want to just sit with no music. I will get a better system one day. Is this the right one? Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Don't try explaining this to me. I wouldn't understand. Wait, is that from Twitter? No, that's not. That's you. I've had a day, okay? I've had a day. It said connected to X chat successfully, and then there was that. Anyways, how are y'all doing today? How was your day? What did y'all do today? If you don't mind sharing, I will share with you what I did today. I worked my butt off. The guy who's above me, he was out of town today, and there's a lady that works in another department, and I don't really feel like she's been taught well how to do things, and so I was trying to teach her how to do these things that'd make my life easier. And yes, I know it's you mentally on Twitter. Oh, it's okay. I'm telling you, I have an interesting setup. I said this the other night, and I told my wife this too, I think. I'm trying to make my streams a little bit better, right? Like I've been adding some features. So like Tuesday was just kind of raw dogging it, right? We just went for how it was. Wasn't a whole lot of different, right? And then yesterday we were like, because Tuesday Seawolf wanted to know the song that was playing, we hooked up a song playing thing up in the top left corner. So now you can see the song. And yesterday that was right above my camera. Today it's not above my camera because I added that little scrolling ticker thing above my camera. You were raw dogging life on Tuesday too. Got my meds fixed. Hey, getting the med fix is important. I talked to my distributor and I told her she needs to let me know next time she's in the office so I can get my hookup. You feel me? So, so that's where we were. Last night was a blast. I mean, last night, I gotta admit, it was Joker. It was mostly, I mean, Nick Prizzy was in, Siren was in. We were all talking, but big conversation stuff of the night was Joker, and Seawolf and Poe's Ghost. I think we spent the whole 2 hours of the stream, however long it was, talking about 80s cartoons, 80s toys, 80s video games. And it was just a blast. I was going on eBay and looking up some of my old toys. And I saw that like one of them was like going for $600 on eBay currently. And I'm like, what the? But it was a good time. Siren was telling us about the book he's writing. And Nick Prizzy was talking about the game. And it was just a good time. Just a good time. Halls was in here a little bit. I think her and Nick Prizzy, were they beefing on Tuesday or was that yesterday? Anyways. So found Master. Yeah, it is on YouTube for free. I've watched a lot of the episodes there. I've contemplated buying the DVD set, which I know that's like, why? When you can get it all for free? But there's just something about, I don't know, owning the DVD set. They be beefing all the time. Yeah, Halls beefs with everybody. Halls is a shit starter. She beefs with everybody. She'll never admit that she's the one that starts the beef, but she's almost always the one starting the beef. Trust me. Between my 3 daughters, okay, here's the thing. And we're going to go through this real quick. Okay, so my oldest daughter, well, she must really like you or you just haven't spent enough time around her. I don't know. But my oldest daughter, she is, she might be the most opinionated, but in a good way. But she cusses like a sailor. And she's pretty laid back in general, but she's easy to know when you pissed her off. My middle daughter, Halls, she is very much, she lays back. She kind of, on the surface, can, like, be, like, the middle child type thing. And she's, like, but she doesn't mind, like, starting something, right? Like, if she doesn't like something you say, she will definitely start something. Yeah, middle child syndrome, exactly. My youngest, okay, she's complicated because she was a flat-out psycho, all right? She fought Bray in the front yard. She basically skipped all of her junior year of high school. She dyed her hair pitch black. And her and her boyfriend lived with us when we first moved to this city. And we would go places like restaurants and she would just flip out and like basically, I don't know, just start yelling in the middle of a restaurant at whoever pissed her off, right? Like she was whatever. Somewhere along the way, I don't know if it's frontal lobe development, medication, but now she's probably the calmest one. But she does not hesitate to tell somebody. Like when her boyfriend makes her mad, she's like, you know what? She's like, 2017 Kayla almost came out. So she's aware that like she was whatever. Yo, Unicorn, what's up? Maybe you're the youngest one. See, I don't think my daughters are typical as far as like they're being psycho or not psycho. I think they all have a little psycho, some more than others, but that's because they're our kids. They were raised with me and Bray, and God help them, I guess, because the two of us are a little psycho too. So we're just kind of a psycho family. We are very nice to people who are nice to us. We can be very hostile towards each other in a family-loving way, not a fighting way. But God forbid somebody mess with one because they're getting all of them. And the sisters are, I will admit, they are very tight that way. Mess with one, get them all. And they may be like 5 foot nothing, but I would not want to piss them off because they got enough of Bray in them to like probably whip somebody's butt. So, Unicorn, how's your day going? Finally getting home from work. It was a long and annoying day. I know that. Bray said her day was long and annoying. My day was busy for no good reason. So, what do you know? What do you know? But Halls, to be honest, I'm going to say this. I think Halls is most like me of the three kids. And I say that because we're both into fitness. We're both into video games. We're both kind of nerds. Yeah, I think that she's like physically she could. I haven't seen the other. So she's the tallest of the three. So she's about my height. I'm 5'5". She's about 5'5". The oldest is 4'10", and the youngest is 5 foot. But don't let the size fool you. Halls and the oldest one time at our house, they had like a knockdown drag out over Pokemon cards. Like to the point that the oldest was on the kitchen floor crying, pissed off, and Halls was getting me to hide stuff. Yeah, they're all like little Chihuahua pit bull mixes. I mean, Bray's only 5'3", and I'm 5'5". So yeah, we're a small family, but psychos through and through. That we are. So we're running a new build tonight. We're running a Sonic Shred Druid. If anybody wants to see the new build, the exclamation point build in Twitch chat. If you're watching me on Twitter, you're watching me on YouTube, you unfortunately have to come over to Twitch chat to get that build there. But I think I put the build in the link on the description in YouTube. So that's there too. I'm 5'3.5", really 5'4", but I'm not a fighter. I haven't tested it. See, when I've seen you, I'm not gonna lie, like it's hard to know without putting without scale, like what size a person or something is. And I laughed because something I'm about to tell you that happened last night. So I always assumed you were like 5'8", 5'9", maybe. Like I assumed that you were taller. You have taller looking features, I feel like. So I didn't. I just thought that you were just like taller. Thanks. I mean, I hope that was like actually a compliment. Yeah, I wish I was 5'8", 5'9" too. God basically cursed me because, and I'm not saying this, I'm not tooting my own horn. There are people who would back this up. If I had access to call them right now, they would back this up. God gave me a lot of athletic ability, but then cursed me with the smallest frame possible. Well, not possible, but getting your knee extension surgery next week. Yeah. So even though I can play sports, like I could run fast, I was pretty good at basketball. I could dribble, I could shoot, I could play defense, I could play football, but I couldn't play baseball. But 5'3". Well, 5'5". I said 5'3" because I was reading chat and thinking about Brady's being 5. Anyways. I think I need to focus on Nightmare Dungeons tonight, but I do not want to do Infernal Horde, so we are skipping this war plan. Nightmare Dungeon, Helltide, Nightmare Dungeon, Undercity. I can rock with this. Nightmare. Did I say Nightmare? It's Nightmare Undercity. What was the boss slayer? That's okay. Helltide. We should go with this Nightmare, right? Yes. Nightmare Undercity. Okay. Should just let you think I'm 5'8". Yeah, but then if you do that, if we ever did actually meet, then it would be like... Wait, what? What happened? I thought you were like 5'8". I'll be honest, I never thought you were shorter than me. That 100%. If anything, the smallest I would think is like mine and Hall's height. You'd have felt catfished. Nah, because I think Well, I mean, unless I really am getting catfished, it's obvious that I don't ever know when that's happening. But I've never actually been catfished. For the record, you thought I was 5'8"? I guess when you don't see people, you just see them on camera. I'm just trying to think how I ever looked like 5'8". But anyways, so the thing I was going to say about, people not knowing the scale of them, like the size, because there's nothing next to them. Last night when we were looking at that old toy of mine, this thing was like really tall. It was like a base for like a... Well, right, you've never seen me in person. Like, you've never seen me, like, face to face. Anyways, there was this toy. It's kind of big. What the people used for scale was an apple. Like, the apple was, like, this big, and, like, the thing is, like, this big. So, I don't know. I just thought it was odd that they used an apple for scale on something that big. Is that just a natural thing, you think, when people only see people on camera? They automatically think they're, like, taller than they are? But see, you've seen me get up and, like, beat up a blanket. I guess there's nothing there to really tell you what. I don't know. He's 3 apples tall. Yeah. But yeah, on the other side. Yeah, and the camera probably doesn't even really portray it real well either, like what size it is. Like as far as, how big the room is. And angles and all that. Yeah, it's weird because now that I think about it, like everybody I see on stream, I think they're all like 5'8". Like I think like Jill's 5'8". I think like Riley's 5'8". I think like Siren's 5'8". I think Nick is 5'8". I've lowered posters. They're about my eye height, so yeah, they're probably lower than they would be in an actual tall person's house. But yeah, like everybody I look at, I think is 5'8". It's a weird, I guess it's a mental thing with me. Like when I see somebody on camera, I think they're 5'8". Weird. Come on, get your butt up here so I can kick it. We're all just tiny tots. See, that's what I don't know, right? Like, the only thing you can really use, I guess, to judge somebody's height would be, like, their chair, the back of their chair. If you knew how tall the chair was that they're sitting in. Like, right now, I've got Jill's stream up over there, and her head comes to the top of that chair. That's why I would think she's, like, 5'8". Like, I have a similar chair, and I don't think I sit that high in it. Some of us are Tiny Toons. Now, me and Joker, we have met in real life. I'm pretty sure he's taller than me. He might be 5'8". Joker is a longtime family friend. I wish I was 5'8". Wow, imagine. I think that there's advantages and disadvantages to every height. Right? Like, once you get so tall, the brain and the body doesn't always cooperate, and then you start becoming clumsier sometimes. Not to say there's not some super tall, super athletically coordinated people. I can think of a bunch off the top of my head. Look down and laugh. It wouldn't be the first time. Here's the funny thing. So, where we live, I swear, is like the tallest people. I don't know if it's a south thing, like a southern thing, but... So... Like, all the guys that work in my office... Now, understand, last time that I was in the office, when we were working in the office, was, you know, pre-COVID. So it's been like 6 years. But... all the guys were taller than me, and most of them were like 5'10" to 6 foot, right? But all of the women were shorter than me. But, which always made me feel at least like, okay, well, I'm taller than the women. But there were some women that worked there too, there was one that was 6 foot. There's some that were like 5'10". So there was definitely some taller ones as well. The 6 foot one was actually a good friend. And when she'd come talk to me in my cube, I'd be like, she's a giant. And so KK just did the hair this past weekend of a WNBA player, former WNBA player, who's going into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, which is in, you know, Knoxville. And she got a picture with her. Dude. Yeah, she did look over the edge of my cube sometimes. She did. But KK took a picture with this lady. Now remember, she was a WNBA player, but the lady was only 6'5". But KK's 5 foot. So it's the funniest looking picture. It's like, why does this lady have a child that looks like it has like the face of an adult? That's okay. Kay has that friend that's now a professional softball pitcher, and she's 6'1". And she's done a TikTok with her. So 410 needs to get a piece of shit. The 410 one, she's that's P-Pop's mom. She's a hoot. P-Pop's a hoot. I just saw her last weekend. Bro, why do I keep getting the same ring, yo? Isn't 410 and under considered dwarfism? I think under 410 might be. I think she's right at the cutoff. Or is that 4'9"? Yeah, no, he's not sounding rude. We've had this conversation within our family circle plenty of times. Yo, Tokes. What's up, my brother? I don't really know. But I do think 410 is like what you have to be. Yeah, like 4'9" and under might be legally considered a dwarf. Tokes, what you been up to, my man? How's today been going for you? Wait, let's just do it this way. We're going to keep this regardless. We'll keep this. I'm not going to keep it. Not going to keep that. Nah, 'cause you never know. You never know. We don't keep the rest of this, do we? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Trash. Well, tired. Had to go into work last night. Watching the World Cup now, so I'm having a chill night. Hey, man. Chill nights are good nights. You work at night, dude. I'm not going to ask because, like, you know, you share when you want to share. But what do you do now? Because, like, I feel like in the last, like, year, you've, like, switched jobs so much that I don't even know what you're currently doing. And maybe it's just in my head. Maybe you haven't switched jobs at all. Maybe you're still doing the same stuff. I know what you were doing when I first met you. A program coordinator. Okay. Okay. You were on call. Oh, I hate on call. I had a job interview. Well, okay, I'm technically kind of on call with my job all the time. But we're so good at what we do, especially me, that we don't really have to do any work in the off hours. We just kind of, you know, we don't have errors, right? But it kind of has like a trickle down. Like the head of my department, he actually does work like off hours a lot. I think he just likes to work. And then the guy who's above me would be the second one to have to, and I'm kind of there when they're not available. So I pretty much hardly ever have anything. For supported living individuals. So is that like, I don't want to say it's just like older people, because there are people who still need supported living who aren't older, I suppose. IT? Yeah, I'm in IT. If you're talking to me. I'm so dang good, man, we don't have to be on call. It's like, they're like, we got Papa around. We don't have to worry about nothing. We're not going to have to work on off hours ever. So good at what he does. He never pushes errors live to the server. He never brings things down. He never crashes the system. Never. Right, adults with disabilities. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Papa Coach. Yeah, man. Look. When I was born, they broke the mold, all right? They said, we cannot have this much perfection in the world. No, sir. They said, we can only have one of one. This baby right here will be one of one. That 5'5" mold, yep. That was actually the perfect height. You know why? Like I said earlier, you get too tall, you get a little clumsy. You get too short, you can't see over the steering wheel. I'm perfect. Right there, perfect. But it's okay. I'm here to share the perfection. Wake up in the morning and piss exits. That's right. That's exactly right. I'm just gonna call you Son. That sounds kind of weird. Or should I call you Erdrick? Either way, we'll call you Erdrick, because Son sounds weird. So, Son, how was your day today? And then they created the platypus because the world needed humor. That's right. Papa and Son. I think back to like Sanford and Son. I know a lot of you who are here are too young to know the show, but Sanford and Son was one of my favorite shows when I was young. I don't know, like, it's crazy what some of my favorite shows were, and that was one of them. If you're ever like scrolling through YouTube or something, the best. It is the best. Like, Tokes is an old head. I knew he'd know. We're starting to get a lot of old heads in here, and I like it. I like the young. I like the young. I love the young, the youth, keeping it up. But we're starting to get some old heads. Joker, I guess, is old enough to be an old head. Seawolf is barely on that line of being an old head now. All right. You are not old. You're probably one of my younger people in here. Yo, KK, we were just talking about you. Thank you for the sub. Total of 24 months. What do I consider old head age? 10 years younger than me and up. So, 42 and up, I think, is old head at this point. I'm 52. Seawolf, I think, is 42. Here's the thing with Seawolf. Maybe 42 isn't really old head age, but he acts like an old head. You barely missed the cut. I mean, we could make an exception if you want to be an old head. We could expand it. We could expand it to 40, maybe. Then, like, I'd like to have a high population of old heads in here. But like I said, I like the youth, too. Gotta keep us on our toes. I remember first following Papa and thought he might be 45. Yeah, that I remember the first time. I actually remember our little bit of exchange the first time that you came in. And I remember you saying that you were shocked that I was, at the time, I guess I would have been 50, 51. Warden Joker's 47. Okay. They say you're young, you feel most days I feel 87. That, you know, that's one thing I'm thankful for. I wake up every day and feel like I'm 17. I don't know why. And literally, there are people who are younger than me that I know. They could be, 8 years, 6 years younger than me, whatever. They're breaking down every day. Yeah, I act like it too. I do act like it. That's how I stay so young. But everybody what I don't understand is everybody, and I'm not saying this to brag on myself. I think KK can back this up. Everybody who meets me that doesn't know me thinks I'm so much younger than I am. Or not so much younger, but definitely younger. What? Okay. Speaking of old heads, or I thought you were 38. I can't remember. I knew it was a lot younger. Yes, I remember that exchange. I remember that because I was shocked. Yeah. Like KK knows. I just said, when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't see younger. I see 50-something. So either I look 50. Dude, I don't know. I think sometimes you barely look 20. He sounds young. Okay. I appreciate you putting it that way. I think what you really meant to say is I sound like a girl. Because when I go through drive-thrus, like fast food drive-thrus, they're always like, "Thank you, ma'am. Pull around. Thank you, ma'am. Pull around." I don't even correct them at this point. Why? And then I pull around and they'll have this look. They'll be like looking for the woman, like, who ordered? It's like, bro, it's me. Or the phone calls when somebody's calling for me. And they're like, "Hey, Mrs. Funderburg, Mrs. Funderburg, Mrs. Funderburg." And it's like, So they get it completely wrong. And yes, I use gibberish for my last name there. Mrs. Funderburg. Mrs. Funderburg. So, I get it all the time. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. I am used to it. I gave up. I think when I was a little younger, I used to like try to deepen my voice when I pulled up to the drive-thru. Like I'd be like, "Yeah, can you give me a Big Mac?" And like, because I was so self-conscious about it. Kay does not have a manly voice. Stop. Stop. What am I doing? I'm not even doing anything. I'm talking and not playing. Everyone says your voice doesn't match your body. I don't know. I think your voice matches your body, but maybe because I've known you your whole life. I just sound like a younger guy. I don't know. Maybe. But they do all call me ma'am, so. That's what I thought about Chloe, and look where we are. The funny thing about it was, here, you want to know, like, okay, because we can all laugh about this now, I think. So, the first time I heard Chloe on voice, like, I don't know if it was talking to me on stream, or if she was talking to Jill, or whose stream she was on. And I remember, and this is before I knew anything about her. And I'm going to keep saying her just because we're just going to go with that. You went through the stages of grief, yeah. And I thought, and my family can vouch for this, I thought she was like a 70-year-old smoking woman. And I was like, when she said that, well, when they said that they were, I shouldn't even say they, it's not even a person, but whatever, said that like 20, 18, 19, 20, I don't know how old, 21, whatever they were. And it was like, what the hell is wrong? Like, you felt so dumb. Nah, dude. Look at me. Like, I was 51, 52-year-old man. Like, here's the thing. You want to know the truth? I'm gonna tell you the truth because I've had lots of months and time to think about this. I think that the person formerly known as Chloe, let's go like this. I think that that person really did like us. Like me, you, Halls. I think they liked us. I think they had no ill will towards us. And I think they really did enjoy playing with us. I think that they really were excited when we got wins. Because I don't think they were very good at the game, clearly. And so I think they did like us. Yeah, I know, but I think we have to come to, like, the understanding sometimes that people aren't necessarily comfortable with who they are and being in a setting like that. I'm not trying to be sympathetic, but there is the part of me that always has sympathy for people. I'm a sucker, I guess, but I just feel after it all went down and you look back at it, I just feel like there were conversations and emotions that were shared that were genuine. I don't know what their intent was. Their intent was with Jill or with Cornelia or with anybody else. I think that's where the malice could be. Could be. But it wasn't with us. Yeah, I know. What he did was dumb. Shady. But like I also said, I think the night that we all discussed it, I feel like it may have started off as just like something that he was going to do like a couple times and then made like genuine friends. Yeah, the story... Yeah, and look, that's wrong to do to people. But I think that they needed a way out, and that was going to be the most believable way out. You know? Like, I don't harbor any ill will because I'm way too forgiving of a person, I guess. But I feel like I understand to some degree what might have been going on. And so there's a part of me that's like, I mean, would you rather it have been in a text message? I don't know that that was the right way for us to handle it, but you know, we had to do something. It is. It's at this point, I think it's been long enough and it's been whatever that we can look back and be like, yeah, you know, at this point it's just kind of funny. Luckily, nothing bad happened to anybody. Right? Like, and I don't know that anything bad was ever going to happen to anybody. I lived a few months after Cornelia's stream, when just talking about it ad nauseum for like hours, where I was like, this person is going to come for me. I don't know how, but they're going to. They're going to figure out that this had something to do with me. And I think she even threw it out there like that. Well, okay, if I would have just told you that with no, like, if we would have told you that with no evidence, would you have believed it? Yeah, we told most people through, yeah, like DMs or publicly in Discord. I know you trust us, but it was going to require telling more people than just you. You know? And it can't be, hey, we think. Because that would have looked weird too. So, I don't know. It's over with now. It's done. And when we really look back on it, yeah, a lot of crappy things to say and do, but luckily nobody got physically hurt. I still have the dang mug and I don't know what to do with it. Felt like it's a Netflix documentary. I felt like we should have made one. We should have cashed in. In what game? See, you were the one that was worrying me too when everything went down, because I was like, she's gonna provoke some type of ill will. She's going to antagonize. That's why I was like imploring you to let's just let it go. Let's just let this go. Let's just let this go. Because I'm one of them people that I always feel like when something goes down, somehow I'm going to be the one that's going to catch the brunt of whatever. Don't know what it would be, but I always feel that way with anything in life. I'm like, great, the car in front of me just road raged, and now the guy's gonna like shoot somebody and miss and hit me because I'm here. Like, I always feel like I'm the one catching strays. Oh, I know you let it go. But like I said, for the first few months, it was like it was mentally just draining things out of me. And so that, well, like I said the other day, was part of the reason I just died, because I wasn't paying attention. And I was itching my hand. Oh my god, dude. Wait a minute. Why does this not auto-track this? Okay, I only have to... Okay. My hand itches. Ah. Oh. See? I know, because I remember you kind of alluding to that then, too. And like I said, that caused me so much stress. Hi, Halls. We're just, talking about the good old days. Ready to harass me? Well, join the club. It's been like constant harassment. Say I sound like a girl. I'm short. I know. I know. And wanted your lick back. Woo! Okay, that's too much information. Does that mean you want someone to lick your back? Like, what is that? Oh. That's like... She lives in Arkansas, right? Sorry if I just put that out there. That's okay. There's probably only 3 of us here. 4 of us. 5 of us if Kay's still here. She usually just like hit and run. State of anxiety. Bro. I need to find a freaking chest before I just melt down here. No, get off me. Get me back on my mount. State of confusion. I mean, at this point, probably just about everybody who's here is practically family. You, my brother. Yeah, that's right. Me and Tokes are brothers. So, for those who did not know, Tokes is my brother. Go watch his stream. Somebody give Tokes a shout out. Go check out my brother. He streams a lot of college football. Unfortunately, I can't tell when anybody does give shout outs because what I'm using right now to monitor chat for some reason doesn't show shout outs. It's weird. Oh, let me teleport out. Twitch said you can't shout him out again. Hold on here. I'm about to sneeze. Okay. Did he get the shout out? No, it didn't get the shout out. Nick Frizzy. Big fan. What? 3 streams. See, I can't see the streaks either. I'm gonna figure it out. So Joker's on a 3-stream streak. Nick Prizzy's on a 3-stream streak. That's all today. Go follow Tokes. Anyways. Damn the haterade. Yeah, it won't let me. Maybe I can shout you out. I don't even know how to do the Twitch shout out. How do you even do that? Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna do that for a second. Nope, that's not it. Shout out Sir Tokes a lot. Oh yeah, Sir Tokes 21. You have to wait 33 minutes and 25 seconds before giving Sir Tokes another shout out. I guess he already had one. Is Hull's asking where people live again? Yikes. Yes, she is. Wait, but Nick Prizzy could get one? I'm so confused what's going on. Anyways, Tokes, did you see that I'm live on Twitter too? X, whatever. See, I'm streaming there, and I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm multi-streaming, bro. We're going worldwide. Mr. Worldwide up in here. I was saying earlier. Perfection. Fine wine. Ah. Ad break starts in 2 minutes. Hold on here. I gotta do something real fast on my phone. Y'all can't see my phone, right? No, you can't see my phone. Sorry, I have to. Okay. She's... Wait, who's 5... Oh, Mentally's 5'4". No, she's 5'8". What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Sorry. Life calls. I must call back. Okay. What are we doing? Nightmare Dungeons? Nightmare Dungeons. Nightmare Dungeons. That's kind of what we're focusing on for right now. I need some mats. I burnt through some mats getting my gear. I couldn't even finish tempering and masterworking all my gear. I kind of hate this dungeon. Broke. Yep, I am a broke bitch. I went through a lot of gold, too. I am 5'5". My driver's license says 5'7". Imagine a federal document being inaccurate. I do not think I'm 5'6". Because you tell the DMV, I know. And years ago, I told them I was 5'7". And I've just been transferring. The last time I had to get... Look. So here's... Men always lie about their height. See, I'm not one of those that always has to lie about my height. But here's what happened. So... Obviously, I got my first license at, 16 years old, like everybody else. But I failed to renew it 1 year. And so I had to take the driver's test all over again. I was probably like 20 years old, something like that. And so when I got that new license, that's when I fudged my height. So, yeah, I did. I did lie then. I don't know, it might be corrected now. I forget. But it might be corrected now. Yo, Mentally, thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. I did probably lie. Look. All right, I'm going to piss a lot of people off right now, but if women weren't so damn judgmental and wanted to have a tall man, I need my... You see those TikToks where they're like, I need a tall man. He's got to be at least 6 foot. He's got to be 6 foot. Woman, come over here and let's wipe that makeup off your face. If we're going to be real, let's all be real in the room, right? Right? Like you want like a 6 foot tall man. Well, I want a woman who once you take the cake off her face, ain't like, you know, Doctor Strange over here or something. So you're 6 foot lying down? Stop. I'm actually like a square. I'm equal no matter which way. According to my info, I'm 5'9". Okay, who here... Your VR avatar 6 foot. Who here has the accurate height on your driver's license? Like, to the inch. I am 5'5". You can measure me, I am 5'5". Yeah, it's probably only Nick. Okay, Nick, how tall are you? Because we're going through this whole thing, and I even brought you up earlier, where whenever I watch people on stream, I for some reason think all of them are 5'8". See, he could be lying right now, and I wouldn't even know it. But would I be shocked that he was 6'4"? No, I wouldn't. He's lying. Whether we intentionally do it or not, I think that we end up with, like, fudging our license 1 inch one way or the other. I mean, like I said, you might be 6'4". And kudos to you. Like, hell, I wish I was 6'4". I mean, I think everybody's 5'8", so... I'm just glad they don't ask you for your weight anymore on those things. I don't need that, Brock. Yeah, same. I go to the doctor's office, and they go to put me on the scale, and I'm like, how naked am I allowed to get on this thing? Because I need all the pounds I can get taken off of here. Like, emptying the pockets ain't gonna be enough, alright? I need to shed some clothes here. When they put on my ticket, they put PC. I think it's pretty cute. Yeah, now the signage of our doctor's office says you can't take your shoes off. I gotta wear my Old Navy flip. Yeah. Time for me to wear my slides to the doctor's office. I always have my doctor's appointments in the morning, and they don't understand that, like, you know, I need to start my day out, like, on a positive note. Like, I need to think I'm lighter than I am. My socks is doctor. I was walking in that bitch barefoot from now on. Forget it. They're gonna see me. I'm gonna walk in a pair of swimming trunks. That's it. No shirt, no shoes. I don't think the doctor's office says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Right? It's not a restaurant. Yeah, some spandex type stuff. I saw a TikTok, I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before, and this guy was like, you mean to tell me, he said, we have x-rays to look, okay, he said, we have x-rays to look at bones, right? And then we have CAT scans to look at organs. And then we have MRIs to look, like, inside of organs. He said, but for some reason, we still to get a prostate exam, we still need somebody to stick a finger up our butt. Like with all that technology, we... Bro, don't get Hall started on the big bone thing. I don't want to steal Hall's thunder. Oh, I guess I can just go to the portal now. Where is the portal? Where is the portal? Where is the portal? This is not the way to the portal. I'm going the wrong way. Big skeleton. I mean, when she told us that, I actually started kind of laughing because, you know what? That's right. When was the last time you saw, like, you know, you see those skeletons hanging on, like, the little, like, teaching things or whatever, where they teach you about the bones? I ain't never seen a big boned one. Bro, where is the portal? I'm so confused. Why is there no portal? I'm at 4 of 4. But it says I'm on floor 3 of 3. What? Do I just have to kill this last thing? I've never seen one where you don't go through a portal to get to the boss. Oh, now, oh, does the portal not show up until you do the last one? Yeah. Hold on, yo. Really? Alright, hold on. Before we do this, let's get rid of some gear. Let's get rid of some gear. Da, 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 da. Okay. Keeping that. All these for right now. I'm not keeping any more of that. Okay. We need to get rid of some of these. Really need to get rid of a lot more than that. I don't know which ones to keep, though. Like, what if I want to run a different build? Did they raise the max torment level from 12? Nah, it's still T12. T12 and 300 Paragon are still the max. Wait, I'm a... Oh my god. Too much. I need to go to my season thing and collect this. I don't have any more right now. Okay. I am a hoarder. One day I'll go through all this stuff and I will clean it out and I will keep only what I need. But I always keep so much stuff because I'm like, what if? George Lopez jumping on trampoline music. Yep. Yeah, that's what I did. I had, like I said, I had two druids because the wardrobe was broken on druids. You couldn't or the armory, I guess. You couldn't load your build for whatever reason. So I had two druids. I had max level warlock, max level barbarian, max level spiritborn. I think that was it last season. But yeah, the whisper cache was the way. Yeah, the young heads have taken over the chat. Yes. We were just talking about old heads and now it's turned into young head chat. How does that song start blasting on your TV at 1 a.m.? Most of the people in your house are in bed by like 8 or 9 o'clock. All right, what are we doing next? We're going to do more war plans, but I need to do something with this. I need to at least put them in my stash. Why did I run to this stash? I put a stash right next to the thing. I'm going to just deposit a lot of these, except for the storm ones. And then when I need, I'll just salvage some of these at some point. I really need a 6 seal, or a 6 charm seal. Is what I really need. Oh, you watered the garden? Hey! Let's give her a round of applause, chat. She's watered her garden for the first time. Woo! Woo! Go Bray. We are having fun tonight. It's all about having fun tonight. Wait, Nick Prizzy's the youngest in the chat? Is he the youngest? Nah, mentally is about Hall's age, I think. Really? I thought Halls and mentally were about the same age. I thought Nick Prizzy was younger. So Nick's older than you guys? I didn't realize Nick was that old. Maybe he is an old head. He almost reaches old head qualifications based on what we were saying tonight. Because we were trying to decide to be called an old head in my chat. How old do you have to be? Well, it was like 42, but we said we might stretch it to 40 to let some people who wanted to be old heads in. Because Son of Erdrick, I think that's his name. I'm trying to remember names and pronounce names correctly. If I'm not, I don't think he said he was close. When I said 42 was the cutoff, because somebody asked me what the cutoff was, and I said probably about 10 years younger than me. He's 6'4" and 45. 95, man. Bro. Bro, I'm so old I have to scroll for days on the year scroll things on websites. Wow. Nick is older. Taboka. Who the hell's Taboka? What the hell is this? Y'all got me spiraling over here. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Taboka. My chat is officially so scuffed. It's no bringing it back. I've never had tapioca. I just always thought I don't know why I thought it sounded gross, but tapioca, like as a word, just kind of sounds gross. I don't know. But it must be good. A lot of people. I'm trying to focus on nightmare dungeons here. Oh, wait, we got activities or activity things. Do we want to go this way? Wait a minute. Why were we trying to do nightmare dungeons? Oh, because we got the thing here that the Amalgam of Rage can show up in nightmare dungeons. That's why we're trying to do so many nightmare dungeons. I'm glad you never tried Tattoocock. I think we'd have to tell his fiance about that. Although he does go on he does do toe jobs. So if that's your thing. Well, my nephew, Paul's cousin, need to get me Police Simulator. Bro, you would not want to be in a 48-hour stream with me. Toe job is crazy work. The problem is everybody thinks it's toe job like that. It's toe job, TOW job. I mean, yeah, that's the way it should be. I mean, why would it be any other way? I'd definitely be Eddie. How the hell could I be Nick Nolte? And how the hell could you be Eddie? That just wouldn't make any sense. Get a toe job. No, yeah. When he would play games with us, he'd have to leave because he would have a record call. And I'd be like, yeah, he's got a toe job. So it just kind of became like a thing. That's why he'd be gone for so long. Yeah, I mean, you can't have no quickie toe job. Not, I mean... See, y'all missed me, didn't you? This is actually probably a little different than old me. I don't know. I feel like it's different than old me. Quickest toe job. I'm trying to think of how you could have like a slogan for like a commercial. You wreck 'em, we... I don't know what it would be. Need a toe? No, I don't know. Let me get back to playing the game before I... Something witty could come out of that, I'm sure. I don't know where to put these points. I'm not sure I even care. Now Bray's just coming in with symbols. Hashtag. It's like, shut up. Yeah, Foking restaurant. See, that's the thing. I have too much, like, youth injection into my life where I started calling that a hashtag. Yeah, you're right. It is a pound sign. But here's the problem. You want to know something? In my line of work, they call it a hashtag too now. So... You're moving to another room. She said, F this place. Exactly. Hashtag pound toe job. Mentally's lost it. It is a pound sign. But what I'm saying is, in my line of work, when people are talking about, they're like, hey, write this code and put a hashtag. They call it hashtags now. Yes, it's a pound sign. It's like, what are the official... Okay, did you know that the 3 dots is an ellipsis? Hashtag pound job. He totally took the toe out of it. But what are the... We call them curly braces for the things that are very hard to actually handwrite. And we call them square brackets, or brackets. And then we call / and /. And we call them curly braces, square brackets or brackets, / / in my line of work. Okay, here's the controversial one. Is it GIF or GIF? There's only one right answer. So it's GIF. Yeah, I'm with you, Nick. It's not GIF. But there are people who will fight you. The kid is peanut butter. The jig. She can't. Just give up while you're behind. Oh, man. Okay. I need to do a war plan. Or get something. I'm not worried about where my points are in it right now. We'll worry about that later. I just want to do nightmare dungeons. That's all I want to do. So what I should do is I should highlight them. So nightmare dungeon. Oh, you can't. See, I couldn't do 3. I'd have to do an infernal horde. So there's only 2 on that one. Could I actually... I could do all 3 of those. With 2 hell tides? And one of them would be a greater hell tide, which kind of sucks. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. Nightmare, Helltide, Helltide, Nightmare, Nightmare. Start. All right. I haven't played Phasmophobia in a long time. What are these things? Am I supposed to... I guess so. Maybe. I'm so tired of them putting every celebrity in Fortnite. Like, come on. And especially, like, an overabundance of, like, female ones. No offense, like, in that sense, but what I'm saying is, like, I'm pretty sure it's a game that's, like, probably predominantly played by men. But there's, like, a real lack of good male skins. Picking Halls always says she's going to play games and then doesn't. Don't feel bad mentally. She buys whole ass expansions and never touches the game. Okay, so you only play games with mentally, just not any of us. Not your cousin, who you claim is your favorite cousin. Not your father, because why? Not other people that you might actually call friends. Just mentally. We see how it is. How did Marvel Rivals kick you off and you lose your account? Like, what did you do? What did you do? We were playing WoW for a hot minute and you never got on. You said, I ain't playing this game, even though I spent like 80 bucks. That checks out. Marvel Rivals to me is like Overwatch on steroids. Like, I like Overwatch. I was talking about this the other night, how much I like Overwatch. But there is so much going on Marvel Rivals that, like mentally said, it's really overwhelming. Yeah, I like Overwatch a lot. But, I don't know, their community last time I played was pretty toxic, but I don't know. You don't have to really worry about them. You don't have to deal with them. Technically. Who cares? I think if, like, Halls mentally... I mean, I don't know how y'all liked Marvel Rivals, if you liked it or not. You may have only liked it because they were superheroes, but I think Overwatch would be a better pace for y'all. Overwatch was cool. I would love to have a group of 5 to play Overwatch with again. That was when I had the most fun, when there was 5 of us that played together, like, for a little while. And it was a good time. No, I'm not saying you have a different pace because you suck. I'm saying that mentally he said it was overwhelming, and so I was like, okay, y'all could. Yeah, Destiny 2's dead. It's going into like maintenance mode or whatever. So just go play Overwatch, guys. You guys will like it. It's kind of like a MOBA with guns, if you ask me. That's the way I always described Overwatch. I mean, I guess it's not really that, but like, you know, you got your objectives, kind of like, it's like Marvel Rivals, but. Yeah, I was never big into Destiny. I played it a little bit, but. Yeah, I'm kind of like, when I watch people play Marvel Rivals on Twitch, and I see some of the skins, I'm like, are they just trying to, like, lure in young boys over there? Because those skins are kind of toeing the line a bit. Not to bring up toes again, but... I thought it was fun. I just think I'm too old for it. I don't have the reflexes for it anymore. I had to know my limitations, I guess. I did not hit my ability before. Dang it. I'm doing half damage now. Maybe not even that. Still super young and spry. Yeah, you got the reflexes. Even for an almost old head. I just don't understand what the point of spamming everyone is. Like, I'm just getting shot from everywhere, please. There's actually... I think the problem is that, like, a lot of people don't really try to learn the game as far as, like, what you're actually supposed to be doing. Like, you have roles and stuff. You know, you have your tanks, and you have your support, and you have your DPS, right? And if everybody's playing the role that their character is, then it's a little different. But I think too often you end up with, it's just like, hey, I'm just going to go in here and I'm just going to play this character and I'm going to try to get as many kills as possible, when you're not playing a character that's supposed to be getting as many kills as possible. What's really nice is when you have... So, that's another reason I like Overwatch better. With Overwatch, you couldn't run, like, double support, double tank, and have any chance of doing anything or anything like that. You couldn't run all these kind of weird comps. You basically had to run, like, one tank. Maybe you could run double support, double DPS, because it was only 5 people. Or you could run one support, double tank, double DPS, but... And there wasn't people who could fly up in the air like the whole match, right? So, I don't know. I think Overwatch is just like, it's all more right there in front of you. Jeff should be... Yeah, I didn't dig Jeff either. Like, being able to swallow up people. And, like... Yeah, there's things you could do about it, but in the heat of battle, not a whole lot you can do about it. Yeah, I forgot. They do have a jetpack cat now. Like, I forgot about the new characters. I'm thinking back to, like, a lot of the OGs and some of the new ones. Like, when I stopped playing was probably when they introduced that, or right after they introduced that doctor-looking guy. He's, like, kind of tall and skinny. I think he's a tank. Some of my favorite characters to play were Mercy, Lucio. As far as supports go, I think cameras for Ana. As far as supports, I did like playing a lot of supports though. Even in Marvel Rivals, I like playing supports. Tanks, I liked. What was the one that looked like a little kind of like spider mech that had like the shield or whatever? Varissa or something like that. I don't remember what her name was. Overwatch are fun. I like Reinhardt. I was actually okay, I feel like, with him. But I was a little too aggressive at times with him. I was like super aggro Reinhardt at times. But yeah, like I said, when we had 5 people playing together, it was fun. Super fun. Because if you got 5 coordinated people in Overwatch, you can actually do pretty well, even if you're not like the best players. Orisa. Yes, Orisa. I forgot what her name actually was. I like playing her. Roadhog was okay. As far as DPS, of course, Soldier 76 was just your typical shooter guy, so he was okay. I like Junkrat. Yeah, I'm trying to think who, like, actual just DPS I like to play. I liked Winston as far as tank. I guess I really liked the tanks and the supports as I'm sitting here thinking about it. Ride an actual motorcycle? That's crazy. Overwatch is fun. They're doing a crossover in Diablo 4 this season. The Mecha Chameleon or Chameleon... What is that game again? There are skins that you buy extra. I'll show them here in just a second. Let me finish up this harvest here, the Helltide thing. There are some skins you can buy. They're okay. Mecha Chameleon, yeah, that's what it is. I don't keep up with all the... I see people play them. I saw Jill playing. I don't know if it's a few days ago, last week. I don't remember when it was. And that's probably the only person I've really watched play it, although I've seen a lot of people, like I've seen scrolling through streams, I see a lot of people that I follow playing it. I hate that getting on and off my horse turns off my auto abilities. Like, bruh. That's why I just don't even want to ride the horse. I just want to walk around killing things. Yeah, we were no good at peak, so we had to retire that one, I guess. Not before we got good laughs out of it, though. Comeback peak stream. I don't know, we were pretty terrible at it. Okay, I need to just go... That's what I need to do. I need to just go over here. I need to spend 200 more. I've got 300. I don't need to farm any more cinders. Alright, cool. We're done with... Of course. Alright. I couldn't play Peak with Nick Prizzy. Hear me out. It's not as bad as it sounds. He's so good at every game he plays. He would just be like, okay, come over here, do this. Okay, come over here, do this. Okay, come over here, do this. And like he would know everything to do and the perfect way to go. And it kind of takes the adventure and the fun out of it because he'd be so good. And like I'm so bad, he'd be so good. I get intimidated playing games with Nick Prizzy. Like he's too good. He's just too good at games. Like that night we played Marvel Rivals, I felt like I shouldn't even be here. I'm sucktastic. It was fun, don't get me wrong. Okay, what am I doing? That's right, we're gonna see what we're keeping first. Like, I like Valorant. Here's the thing. I know that Overwatch's, or not Overwatch, God, we got talking about Overwatch. Fortnite's ballistic is nothing like Valorant, because I played Valorant back when it first came out. I like these slower paced shooters like that, where it's more tactical. But yeah, there's no way you'd get me in a match with Nick playing Valorant. The thing is with like, I think like for Halls and mentally, like playing Valorant, you have to think about it. Mentally didn't play ballistic with us. I don't know if she played at all with us. But Halls, you played ballistic when we played it. And you just have to be, you can't be like run and gun through the places. You have to be able to like take angles and be kind of tactical. I don't know. Hey, what am I doing? I'm getting rid of everything. That's right. What are we doing? Okay, we got a box. We've built our gold back up tonight. See, if I was going to play anything of, like, I'd play Overwatch. I couldn't play Marvel Rivals again. But you young heads can go play either one, and I'll stay here and do my old head stuff. I'd play Valorant as long as everybody understood that I'm not very good. Hold on a second. Why is my phone? League of Legends. Okay. I'd play again. I would play League if I had like a consistent group of people I played with so that I didn't get shit talked the whole night. I need like a whole team. I don't need like me and one other person joining in. I couldn't do that. I need like I've never played League. The closest thing I played to League was Heroes of the Storm. Well, Halls has played Heroes of the Storm, so she has some experience with a MOBA. Heroes of the Storm, they put it in like maintenance mode or whatever. They quit. I think they quit developing new characters for it, but Heroes of the Storm was way easier than League from what I understand. Like I said, I never played League, but people who had played League and who had played Heroes of the Storm said that Heroes of the Storm was like League light. Did they put Lilith in the game? I know they put Diablo in. Tyrael. I don't know who else from Diablo. The Butcher. Asmodan or whatever his name was, or her name, or whatever was in there. I can't think of all of them. Yeah, I would think that right now, the people who play HOTS, Heroes of the Storm, are like diehards. Like, you're not even getting like randoms, probably. But I liked Heroes of the Storm because it felt kind of slower. And so the same way I'm thinking of League, like it's more mental and not so like quick, oh, who has quick reflexes style stuff. Yeah, I never played Smite. Once you've played one MOBA, the rest of them are, I would think the rest of them are pretty simple to pick up. If you've played Smite or you've played HOTS, then you can probably pick up League. But yeah. Tokes is like, yep, let's do it. Tokes is like, let's do it. Tokes is on that college football grind. I don't know how many leagues that man is in, but he's got to be in a ton of leagues. All right. I got to finish this war plan. I got to at least finish this war plan before I can log off for the night. I'm not putting any of my Paragon points in because I'm just like, whatever. You always have time for the sexy bald old guy. You say that. You say that. Yeah, bro must be having so much bad luck with the women. He's deciding to switch sides, I guess. That was a joke, Tokes. That was a joke. Now, seriously, if you saw a picture of me and Tokes, you wouldn't be able to tell us apart. We're practically twins. Papa Prince. He's like my older brother. Identical, yep. Absolutely. What are we talking about? What are... Is this something else that I'm, like, ignorant to? God knows I'm ignorant to a bunch of stuff. Are we talking like a whole, like a whole pack of cards? What are we... What is this we're... It isn't hard to find pictures of me. I unfortunately post them on, like, Discord and other places. There's someone playing a Brobarian. There's that big-ass tornado. Let's get him, Brobarian. Let's get him. That build is so ridiculous. Bruh. He ran away. No fun. You guys want redeems? Okay, we'll do redeems. Someone make the Papa Prince deck. We'll put a different price to redeem each card, and when you redeem it, we'll do something that'll make it pop up on screen. But they'll be pretty expensive, so only the elite of the elite who watch will basically be able to... Right. Furry Papa. What would be funny is if we could... is if someone was good enough with AI to be able to do, like, little short, like, 20-second AI videos of, like, or 10-second even, however long, of me, like, singing and dancing a song. Like a Britney Spears song or something. You know, just take my face. Those could be like the redeems. You do not want me to shake my moneymaker. Nope. Can't do that for free. I need real hard cash. Nah, we gotta do like toxic. Bum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. I love that song. Okay, where are all the chests here? I need to find a chest. How much is this chest? I think it's a lot. But it would probably get me almost done. I've got 20 minutes before this hell tide closes. I guess I need to get farming. Oh, my lightning storm isn't even on. Oh, that would help. I'm telling you, we could have some good redeems. The prince, if we could do the video, audio, dancing thing, we could do some. I mean, Papa's Funhouse is basically like a clown show. Man, it takes 250. That's exactly what I need, but I'm not getting any. Dang, dude, I need to get some cinders. Probably need to go to the other side of the... Yeah. Let's just ride over there. But seriously, everybody go follow Tokes. Tokes is a good streamer. Doesn't get the exposure dude deserves. Super intelligent, super funny. Lots of fun. If you haven't followed Tokes, go follow Tokes. If anybody can actually shout him out now. I don't know if he got shouted out earlier. I gotta figure out why Meld's multi-chat doesn't show all the activities, like the shout-outs. I think this is kind of our theme song. Everybody who's here tonight. Done again? Did I actually do it this time? Oh, yep, there I see it. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, we're just one chest away now. We're good. We just gotta get enough cinders. Nah, they're not the same. What I need to do is I need to set the bot back up that allowed you to just do the shoutouts through the bot and not through Twitch's stuff. That's why it's not showing up in chat. So, I need to fix that. I'm slowly getting things back, man. I mean, look, I got the ticker thing above my cam box. I got that hooked up. I got the music, the now playing music. I mean, we're making changes. Now we just gotta get the Papa prints and the dancing vids, and we'll be getting big time. But yeah, I gotta fix things on my end still. But 1% every... Guys, so I gotta tell you something. So, I have this super top secret YouTube channel, okay? Super top secret. Nobody knows about it. Nobody knows the name of it, and I'm going to keep it that way. Because I'm experimenting something. Anyhow, my whole goal... I don't have a goal with the channel. But, like, I kind of just, like, posting kind of random videos, right? Just me talking, okay? And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to post this first video. And I'm not going to, like, you know, I promised myself no perfectionism. Record it, upload it, right? And throw some thumbnail on it, whatever. And it was like a week ago. And I was like, you know, whatever. Just, I'm doing this just to break myself out of perfectionism. You know, being able to just upload and not make it a whole ordeal like, oh, I need to plan it, I need to do all this stuff. I got 3 subs on that channel. I've got 2 comments on the video. I got 3 likes. I've only got like 20-something views on the video. But one of the guys was like, he's like, man, he goes, I feel this so much. This is my same problem too. He's like, I hate it. So now I feel like, great, I got to keep making videos on this thing. So I got to make the second video. I'll probably just do it tomorrow. Again, no, all I do is I sit down the camera, I talk about what's on my mind, and I just upload it. Like I said, that's all I did with the first video, and that's all I'm going to do with any other video for now. Like, this is a tactic I'm using to get over my... Something's been stopping me from making content for a long time is I have this, like, even though I'm not perfect, I can't be perfect, I feel like everything has to be perfect. And then when it's not perfect, I just don't do it. So it's almost like a built-in excuse. And so I'm doing this thing where for like, I don't know how long I'm going to do it, but I'm supposed to be posting every 2 to 3 days. And it's taken me a week. So that's a fail already. But yeah, so now I got people, some guy's like struggling out there and he needs help too. And now I feel like, well, I can't just leave him hanging. So, my wife knows I have the channel. She just wouldn't know how to get to it. She doesn't know the name of it. And I don't want people subscribing to it who don't like that type of content. So that's why I just kind of keep it secret. I don't want... I'm not trying to make it grow. I'm trying to use it to break myself out of bad habits. But I guess... Bald guy talking to camera. Yeah, good luck with that. I'm sure there's plenty of them out there. Okay, what do we got? 2 nightmare dungeons and we're done. Okay. What did I... Actually, do exclamation SO. And shout out somebody like Mentally or somebody. I want to see something because there is supposed to be a chat shout out. It's not the Twitch shout out. I think pretty much everybody in here is a mod, so just about anybody can do it. Yeah. So if we use that one, I can see the shout out. All right. Have a good night, Mentally. I appreciate you being here. I'll be around tomorrow. I might do 2 streams tomorrow. I'm not going to do a real long one, but I'm off tomorrow. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the laughs. You always make me laugh. So hope you have a good night. I know Bray is streaming tomorrow, too. If she does a morning stream... Yeah, I don't know if I'll do one at the same time. Because we kind of have a We share community a little bit, so I don't know if that's a great idea for me. I don't know. I know she said she wanted to stream tomorrow. That's why I'm like, what time is she streaming? Because I know she said she wanted to because she has a day off. So she wanted to take advantage of that. But I have no clue what time. Because I'm sitting here myself trying to think what time I'm going to stream. And I don't... It might be somewhat based around her. What do you mean are we on vacation? We have tomorrow off for work because of July 4th. Is she awake? I doubt it. 9:45. I doubt she's awake. I took Tuesday off for the season start. And then we have tomorrow off for the holiday. Yeah, exactly. You know, when the holiday falls on a Saturday, we get the Friday off. When the holiday falls on the Sunday, we get the Monday off. Yep. Yep. Well, that's the thing. Like, you know, when you get hired at my company, it says, I forget how many holidays, 12, 13, 11, I don't know what it is. It says you get this many holidays. So if a holiday falls on the weekend, they've got to follow through with how many holidays they promised. Watched the new Superman movie on Prime last night. There's a new Superman movie? I'm so out of the loop. So out of the loop. Where the heck is the other lava fissure? Where did I miss it at? It's not there. But was it any good, Joker? Where have I... Oh, wait, what the heck's back here? I didn't even... And there's something back there for me. I didn't even realize. I skipped the whole section back here. First, let me go pick up whatever's laying on the ground for me, and then we'll go to... Here we go. But yeah, that little ticker thing above my camera, I can customize it in so many different ways. I actually built it. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I'm working on some changes to it, but I think I'm gonna, if my wife wants to use it on her stream, it'd be easy enough the way I build it that I can just package it and then she can use it on her stream. But I can make it say anything, but I felt like, and the reason I say live on Twitch, and I know you guys are watching on Twitch right now, but I want people who are watching from other platforms to know what other platforms I'm live on. But I also decided to throw in some commands, throw in a little message here and there, just kind of testing it really tonight, but wait, let's just do it like this. All right, we got one more nightmare dungeon. And we've been live for 2 hours and 12 minutes. It had moments, but honestly, part of the revised story wasn't a smart idea, and watching Supergirl call him a cuss word kind of made... Yeah. Like I said, I didn't even know a new movie existed, so... Okay, here's the pedestals. What's my favorite in-game activity? You know, that's... That's kind of hard to say because I like mixing it up a lot, you know? Like, I like how... I really do appreciate how they give you options for progressing your character. Like, you could do Nightmare Dungeons, you could do the Pit, you could do Hell Tides, you could, you know, target farm bosses. There's so much you could do. Like, my whole thing is I like trying to find my gear. I like trying to get better gear. I like farming Paragon. I don't really care how I do it. I do need to level my glyphs in the Pit, though. But what I don't like is Infernal Hordes. I don't like Infernal Hordes. Yeah, War Plans are great for me. I actually... So when they, you know, announced those, I guess last season was the first season with War Plans, right? I was like, these are cool. And that was... Last season was my first season back since the season that Vessel of Hatred started with. Yeah, no, but it just doesn't... What I don't understand is this. So, you have to get... One, I don't know if there's like a certain way you should pick your things that you have to pick throughout, you know, after each little round or whatever. But I feel like there's no way to get enough of the... whatever they're called, the ether, whatever they are, to be able to get the boss without getting those extra waves. And so you can't do it from the War Plan Infernal Hordes because it's only 6 rounds, and then so you have to go into the Infernal Horde and do the full 10 rounds plus. Yeah, 10 waves and the Chaos waves, exactly. So that makes it even longer to even get to the boss. And if you're not getting to the boss, it's not worth it for the other stuff that you get out of the chest. It's too long. So I can't stand that at all. So that's usually what helps me decide on what war plan to go with. Is like right now tonight I wanted to concentrate on Nightmare Dungeons because I was hoping to get some of that Amalgam of Rage guy and maybe get the drop I need off of that Astalor guy or whatever his name is. But one thing I said I would do is look at the shop. Hold on a second. We're going to look at the shop in a second. And I'm going to show you the Overwatch stuff. I always keep the common ancestral stuff because you can go into cube, you can turn it into ancestral gear so easy. Like good ancestral gear. But the problem is this build runs with so many uniques. Okay, these are all... Okay, so once I get rid of these, I'll show you what the Overwatch things are real quick in the shop. So... One, their skins are too expensive. They have some really cool ones. This would actually... God. This is freaking cool for a Druid, dude. Bruh. Okay, they might take my money on this one. They might get my money on that one. That's actually really cool. But I noticed a lot of their really cool skins are always... Oh, this is Druid as well? That's pretty cool. Are like... Oh my god. They're usually for barbarians. That's what I was going to say. Barbarians usually have the coolest skins. Barbarians and rogues. I don't play barbarian. Okay, so here is the Overwatch stuff. Wait for cool skins. Yeah, that makes sense. So you have Reinhardt, barbarian. Has the weapon. That's pretty cool. Let's see. You have Roadhog as a druid, which I think that's pretty cool. Not very druid, but it's pretty cool. You have Reaper as, what is this? This is a necromancer. Mercy is a sorcerer. Yeah, this collab isn't bad. They did a WoW collab, a World of Warcraft collab last season, and they were okay. I don't know who Phantom Physician is, but Warlock. Oh, it's supposed to be, that's the person that does the, what's her name? It has the balls, one hurts, one heals. I forget her name. Let's see here. Who else we got? We got Genji. Rogue, right? Yeah. Rogue Genji. Okay. This one's messed up. Like, so... I never even thought about the fact. Yeah, I think that was Moira. That was the other one. So when you play... So Overwatch didn't have male and female variation. So when you play as a female for the male character or male as a female skin, like... Yeah, I didn't think about that either until this one. So, like, if you went back and you did, like, Mercy... if you put a... I mean, that doesn't look so bad. He looks like a... Yeah, the female Roadhog. But, like, why did they keep the hair the same? She would beat my ass. No question about it. But yeah, some of these, like the ones with the mask, it's not so bad. I mean, I know this is supposed to be a female character, but the male character doesn't look terrible. That's not bad. And then they have a mount, which is pretty cool mount. And then they have a pet, which is pretty cool pet too. Overall, it's a pretty cool collab. What's the bundle? How much does it cost? 5,700. If you liked like a lot of the skins and you played multiple classes, it's not too bad of a deal. The Hog Lady gives like Amazon ladies from Futurama where the snooze. There's not a battle pass. See, they don't do the battle pass for the... Okay, well, there is. Wait a minute. I take that back. Yes, there is, but it's dumb. Hold on. It's dumb. I dig the dog, right? But it's the dog. I didn't mean to really click into. It's a Genji sword. I don't know what this is supposed to be. This is like a back thing, I think. No, this is a totem. Because I have it as a totem on my Druid right now. And, you know, you get the little card things. A mount trophy. A color scheme. Which the color scheme's okay. Certain armors and stuff. But yeah, it's like, I really don't understand Diablo's take on battle passes anyways. Because I got the premium one because I had enough platinum to. And I was like, okay, cool. Because I kind of like the skins and stuff this season, but it's just, I don't know. There's just not much to it. You get it done so fast. Now, I realize I've been grinding the hell out of the game. I realize I'm almost 200 Paragon and 300 Paragons of max. Like, I understand. We're 3 days in, but I've been kind of psycho. But I don't know. I think their battle passes are weak overall. Like I said, I liked this one. If I go in here, can I see, like... You know, I don't know. Definitely some cool cosmetics. Yeah, I do like that the currency for the battle passes to be able to redeem and claim. That was nice. Because last season, I only had the basic battle pass. And I actually, like, got everything in it and got to the 99 cap. And I was like, well, this is kind of stupid. There's nothing I can do with it unless I buy the whole bundle. And then I didn't know that it carried over until this season. And I was like, oh. But I will probably still at some point get to the cap again. Because I only got a few more things left to get from the premium bundle. I got 7 things left here. But these cost 11 each. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 77 of the tokens if I want to get all these variations. Which these are cool. I dig this. This is a cool cosmetic. But it is what it is. But yeah, they make really good... I hate it because they make really good skins. But man, they're so expensive. Like 2,400 is basically it's $24. Basically, it's $1 per 100. Obviously, you can get the... It'll come with 300 extra or something, but basically, let's just say this is $24 for this skin. And I don't know how you can justify... Yeah, I mean, you still have to pay for the expansions. You have to pay for the game. It's not even, even though it's on Game Pass, like, you know, now because Microsoft Blizzard, whatever, it doesn't have the play anywhere. So if you want to play it on computer and console, you have to buy it for both. Yes, I'm an idiot and I have bought it for both my Xbox and this, but at least it's cross progression. But I do that so that sometimes when I'm just chilling with the wife in the living room, I can fire up Diablo and while she's crocheting or reading a book or hanging out, and I can just, you know, knock out some stuff. But I don't know. And this season as a whole is just kind of crap with the theme. And I said something today. I was talking to another streamer who she's already done with this season. And I was like, you know, all they have to do is... I mean, this one's got 75 more days left in the season. It's like not even 3 months, right? And they're not giving themselves enough time to develop good seasons. And they need to go back to like D3 took like, you know, a few months. And then I watched Rax's video and he basically said the same thing as me. And I hadn't watched it yet. And like I think he was even saying, recycle some of those themes from the D3 seasons. You know, when you had the altar that had all these powers you could put into it and they gave you all kinds of perks. Like, he even said what I said. When he's running a pit, why, when one of those tears or raptures or ruptures or whatever they're called pops up in the pit, what are you supposed to do? He said he feels like it just slows him down. Like, he just ignores them. Like, you don't get anything for them that's worth anything. Even at a max level, even like I'm on T8. And, I mean, they're useless. It's just something that slows you down from what you're doing to begin with. He said the only use he's seen with them, and I agree with this, is when you're in a Helltide, use it to generate your threat so that the worms spawn more. But, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't thinking much about it, and then I saw that there's quite a few people that are kind of outraged with it. Look, I'm going to do the seasons every season, and I'm going to level, and I'm going to grind, and I'm going to play different builds that look cool and fun. And that's my fun in the season. The theme is, you know, yes, I would love a good theme, but it doesn't break the season for me. So, I guess everybody's diehards. Holy heck, I'm looking around. So, guys, 183, 184, 190. We got some grinders out here. I mean, I know it's easy. Like, I'm not claiming to be any kind of great player. I think if they increase the drop chance for important mats and those ruptures, then people do more. But I also think the mechanic is stuck. Yeah, the mechanic is pretty cheeks, like you said. But I agree. If you're going to have a bad mechanic, give a good reward. You know? Like, yeah, there's not enough incentive to even do it. I think it's the same with Infernal Hordes, right? Like, if you're going to make something in the game and you know people don't like it and it sucks, like, maybe we would think of it as sucking less if the rewards were more. Like, there needs to be that ratio. If something's easy to do, okay, it shouldn't have as good rewards. But if something's hard to do, it should have more reward. Or if it's crappy to do, if it takes longer to do, I don't know. Their balance seems to be off, but it feels like I think they just really need to spend more time between the seasons. I don't think that a season lasting, you know, under 80 days makes any kind of sense. Like, make the seasons last 4 months, 5 months. I don't really want 6 months, but I'd rather more like 4 months. So we could at least get 3 seasons a year. But the problem is, if you do that, like someone like me, I'm 181 Paragon. If I get to 300 Paragon, like, unless you're like a big pit pusher, you know? I mean, I do like to play alts, but it doesn't take long to gear alts once you have one main farming character, so. I don't know, man. I don't know what the answer is. Yeah, they listen to the community, but by the time they hear people's feedback, they have to wait a season or two later. Yeah, I agree with that too. I mean, look, D4 was cheeks when it came out. It's taken them how many years? 3 years? To get to this place where people are actually enjoying the game? So, I think that took too long. But like I told my nephew, I said, you know, I know that there are people who play D2. There's a lot of people who love D2. It's their favorite Diablo. And I get that. And there's a lot of people like myself and my nephew who love D3. That was the first one we started with. And for us, we were like, oh yeah, there's going to be a new Diablo. And we're thinking more D3-like. I think they missed, not because they didn't make it more D3-like, but because they didn't try to blend the two communities more. Now they're getting closer to that, but it takes them too long, like you said. So, I don't know. Well, people, I think I am going to just... Okay, we got a choice. We could raid over to Jill, since I think a good percentage of the people here are Jill watchers as well. If you guys want to do that, we could do that. She's playing Valorant, I think. Never heard of her, yeah. I think we'll do that. It's just nice and easy, safe for tonight. I've only got a few people in here, so I think that's what we'll do. Let me get this going. Ugh. Hold on. If I could type, that would be cool. All right, so let's see. Okay, yeah, so we're going to go over there. Everybody, let's go over and raid Bean Dip Jill, if you've been around long enough in her stream. I will be streaming tomorrow. I don't know what time. I don't know if it'll be morning, afternoon, evening. Maybe even get a wild hair up my butt and stream twice. I don't know. But anyways, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you, Nick Prizzy, Mentally Halls, everybody. Really had fun just hanging out, talking, chilling out, laughing, doing all the good stuff. And I'm going to get out of here, and I will talk to you all later. Let me see as soon as I hit the raid button.